Good evening, everybody. It's Lynn here, the GoLiveGranny, and I'm live streaming here on Tuesday, and it's the 24th of November 2020. Birthday day in my family, my sister's birthday, and my number one son's birthday. I mean, my firstborn son's birthday. So, how has your day been? Welcome everybody coming in on the live. I'm here on Facebook Live, and if you're coming in on the live, welcome. If you're coming in on the replay, do put replay in the comments so that I can catch up with you afterwards. So let's have a little look here and see. Whoops, there we go. So hello Caroline and Tegan and Maria and Catherine and Kath and Sandy and wait a minute, let's see. Who else came in? Tegan, Caroline, Maria, Catherine, Kath. I am still wrapped up in my dressing gown. Guess what? Still no heating fixed. But I have an update. Good evening, Jenny. Good evening, Tina. And hello, Jane. Nice to see you in. So, I woke up this morning to a phone call. Hi, Guy. So just to update everybody with the state of my heating. And I think you can probably tell that it's not been fixed. So, it's last Thursday it broke down. They came on Friday. It's now Tuesday and we're not any further forward. Well, a bit we are. Hi, Yvonne. We are a bit further forward because when I left it at the end of play yesterday, Eddie from... No, it's not right. It's disgraceful. Actually disgraceful. Really disgraceful, Tegan. But when I left you at the point of the story yesterday where Eddie from A-Plan wasn't going to do anything about it. He said I had to ring Daz. Daz is the company that was supposed to be coming out to me. So I was boarding the bus as he rang me and I said, can you text me the number? He said, oh no, I can't text you the number. I mean, we are in the 21st century, but they can't text me the number. I said, I can't take it down. I'm just getting on a bus. Can you email it to me? So I read the email out. He reread the email. He got it wrong the first time. He reread it. Hi, Richard. Anyway, suffice it to say that no phone number came through on any email from Eddie. Hi, Emma. And it's not in spam. I've looked in spam. I've given him the benefit of the doubt and it's not in spam and it wasn't there. So I had communication with my brother last night, who's the one who, sort of deals with it on Mum's behalf, because she is my landlady. And he was on the phone to them, but before I woke up this morning. I actually had a disturbed night, so I was sleeping in, and he'd been on the phone to them. Well, he tried to get on the phone to A-Plan, and they weren't open. So he rang Daz direct, and he got them. And they said, oh, yes, they sent a message. Well, they didn't. They lied. They absolutely lied. And when I checked with my brother what time he was speaking to them, the message came in after that. Now, give them the benefit of the doubt that it might have come in a few minutes after he spoke to them. But why hadn't they sent that message already? If they'd ordered the parts... Now, if they'd already ordered the parts, they would know when they would be able to come to me. And, first thing this morning, they probably would have had the same information as they had yesterday afternoon at the end of play. So why didn't they message me yesterday? They are coming on Thursday. So that will be a whole week without my heating. Okay, so they're coming on Thursday. And so I am not best pleased, but I'm still trying to wrap up warm. I've been in front of my halogen heater most of the day, and then I did find I got a little oil-filled radiator that I think I was given this time last year, and I found that tucked away in my little boiler cupboard. So No, I didn't have a disturbed night due to being cold. I did the usual, Kath. I fell asleep in the chair, then got up, then pootled about, and then, it was that sort of disturbance. So I did. No, it was just. I don't know. When I do that, I don't always go back to sleep very well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yes, fingers crossed for Thursday. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. If they haven't arrived by 12 o'clock on Thursday, because the text message says between 8 o'clock and 12 o'clock. If they don't arrive by 12 o'clock, I'm going to give you all a phone number. You can all get on the phone and say, where is the heating engineer for the GoLiveGranny? We want her warmed up. We are not happy. So there we are. I will do it. So anyway, let's go back because I think there was some good news there coming in. Caroline wants some. Oh, look, she's talking to Guy about some recipes there. And Dean's saying, evening, you. Whoops, hang on, I've got something in the way. I've had some really good news today. I took my maths assessment today and passed. Well done. I start the course within the next couple of weeks to get my GCSE maths and have the potential to fast track depending how I get on. So keep so happy as I'm always struggling in maths and never had confidence in it. Well, there you go. Now you see you can do it. Just believe that you can and you will. So there we go. So yes, Richard's saying fingers crossed for Thursday. You bet. If they're not here on Thursday, we're gonna tell the world. Okay. I was trying to find. I don't know where Daz are based. If I knew where they were based, I could try and find their social media, but I can't. Otherwise, I'd have been on their social media already, saying it's not good enough. So hi, Jane, Tyrrell, Janet, hello. There we are. I'm as bad as your hubby, falling asleep in the chair until really late. Yes, I do. Hi, Ruby. Nice to see you. There we go. So Dean is hoping to go on to do his teacher training, as I did many, many, many years ago. I started my teacher training in 19. When did I? 1969 I started my teacher training. Let's hope the incompetent people turn up and fix it. Yes, because you see, I'm not holding my breath, because this time last year they told me they would come on the Friday, and they didn't. This was after 2 weeks of no heating. They told me they're coming on the Friday. They didn't come, and they didn't message to tell me they weren't coming either. So I then had another weekend of no heating, and then they turned up on the Monday. But what they did, they turned up on the Monday. They didn't tell me they were coming, and that was the weekend that Tina had rescued me and taken me to her house to thaw me out. And then on the Monday morning, I went to A Plan and did a sit-in. And while I was doing a sit-in, the engineers turned up at my house. And then there was a message saying, we turned up and you weren't there. Well, they didn't tell me they were coming, and I was doing a sit-in in the office. So A Plan got on the phone back to them and got them to come back. And they drove me back from Newport here to meet the engineers here. I mean, what inefficiency. If any of us ran businesses like that, we'd go out of business straight away. So there we are. So I think it's an absolute disgrace. I really do, Maria. But there we are. Let's see. Was I ill? Yes, Tegan's saying I was ill this time last year. Well, I've got a bit of a cold coming on now. Not surprised, are you? So there we go. Anyway. But I've been keeping myself busy. And poor Sarah's had some bad news today. She was due to go to Butlins. Looking forward to it. She went to Butlins this time last year, and it was sort of like going to be her honeymoon and a little holiday. And the dates that they've chosen to go, Butlins can't reopen until the 10th, which is after the dates that Sarah was due to go. So she's a bit fed up and a bit sad. So Sarah needs some virtual hugs, folks, tonight to cheer her up. Linda's just tuned into the Soapbox Daily. Did you catch the update, Linda? They're not coming till Thursday, or that's when they say they're coming, but I'm not holding my breath. If they're not here by 12 o'clock, I will be on the phone. Causing I will be trying to get some sort of service. She was really looking forward to her break, weren't you, Sarah? And yeah, so 2021 maybe going to be a better year for a lot of people, I think, in some ways. Anyway, can anybody spot what I've been doing today? I kept myself busy. I refused to sit and do nothing. And what's even worse today is that my skin is, my legs are very itchy again today. I don't know whether stress does that, whether it, any of that, that might be brought on by stress. But my legs were giving me jip today. Anyway, so I've watched films. I've watched just now. I watched a lovely film. I've forgotten what it was called. I must write them down if I want to tell you. Yes, Maria, stockings, not knickers, stockings. Here we go. This is what I've been knitting. Some little stockings. There we go. They're going to go to the shop, to the shelf. They're going on the shelf in the craft shop, doing a bit of fundraising, etc. So yes, we have stockings. So we have a red one and a purple one and a green one. They don't show up very well because I've got black behind. Sorry, maybe I have to remove the black. The black was behind because I had the nativity scene there before. Right, so gutted this afternoon, went into the loft to get some bits out and found mice have chewed up your nativity set that you knitted last year. Oh, no, Linda, what you're going to have to do if you knit another one, you have to put it in a plastic box with a lid on, obviously. That's not nice. That was very naughty of those mice. Very naughty indeed. Yes, stress produces that reaction, says Dr. Richard. I thought it might, No, I haven't finished my antibiotics. I'm still on the antibiotics at the moment. Caroline was... wait a minute. Somebody was looking at recipes this morning at 5:30. Can't tell whether it was. I can't see who's talking to who here. Never mind. Yes, I have made stockings. As I say, I didn't make knickers. Hydrocortisone cream. Okay, I'll have to see. But I'm on antibiotics at the moment anyway, Richard. If your legs are inflamed as the swelling goes down, your skin will itch. Just keep putting. Yeah, I've just keep lashing the cream on, but I'm just finding it just so. Well, it's okay, but it's frustrating, very frustrating, because I want to get on with my knitting. Then I have to keep stopping to cream my legs. Then I have to keep wiping my hands because I got cream on them and I don't want it to get all over the knitting. Oh dear. It's a hard life for the GoLiveGranny. What a hard life. It could be worse. I could be homeless. So there we go. That's the positive side. And Sarah's found a positive note today. On a positive note, she had a child-free afternoon today because Granny had Harrison. So she was enjoying a little bit of me time. So there we go. So everything else is in plastic boxes. These were in a hamper-type basket. Oh, no, and they managed to squeak in through the basket. Oh, dear. So I used my stock pot today, my crock pot, whatever you call it, the crock pot. I bought a crock pot years ago. I used it once, I think, and then like a lot of these things, it just got left. Anyway, when Tina was over here, whenever Tina could come over, I can't remember last, Tina and I were talking. This is Tina Hyde, who lives here on the island, and she's the one who's helped me to get my diet sorted out and start improving my health. Anyway, she said, oh, you should use your crock pot. Anyway, what she does, she gets a little chicken, like a 3 pounds. Well, I got one. It was £3 in money. I've forgotten what the weight was. And so she said, put the chicken in, put onions, put carrots and bits and pieces in, and then just put some water in and put the lid on and put it on for 6 hours. Well, I put it on for longer than that on low, but it was very nice. I just did all that and left it. And then it was just nice and ready. And then, of course, I've still got a lot of meat on that chicken. And then she suggests, boil up the bones and make soup and all these different things, all out of one little chicken that costs £3. So it will feed me for more than one meal. It will feed me for several meals. So that was nice. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you. And so, did you go out today, Crystal? Did you have a nice time? Oh, in amongst everything else, of course, it's birthdays we have 2 birthdays in our family. So it was my sister's birthday and my son Toby's birthday today. And of course, we have a family WhatsApp group. So the WhatsApp group has been pinging all day long with people all around the world. We've got relatives in Australia and Taiwan. Mainly just Australia and Taiwan now. Somebody was in New Zealand at one point, but palaver lava, absolutely palaver, Tegan. Anyway, so we've been doing all the greetings and greetings of the happy birthdays and all that. And I sang to my son. He loved his scarf. So I sent Tristan one for his birthday, then I sent Toby one for his birthday, and he absolutely loved it. I haven't heard whether he had the second package yet, because I sent the scarf, before wet lockdown in case I couldn't get out to the post office or anything. So his fiance had kept that hidden until today, and he sent me a picture with it on, and he looks toasty warm. But I sent him another little parcel with a few of the Christmassy bits in it that I thought would be nice and fun for him to put around his office, and I haven't heard whether that's arrived. I had a long chat with my sister and rang and sang happy birthday to her. And when I was talking to my son this morning, then my granddaughter came running in and sat on his knee and was blowing granny kisses, so that's always lovely. And then I had a long chat with my sister and wishing her happy birthday, so that was always nice. You've been knitting today, made the most of No Child, almost finished Lionel Richie doll, just making him up next. You've got to make his clothes, then start on Rod Stewart. And so I think, Sarah is knitting out of this book. And I need to talk to you, Richard, because I think you wanted something, and I need to double check if you wanted it and what date you wanted anything on, because I've got so many commitments that I need to get them all in the right order. Sarah, I think it was Sarah, you told me about this book. This was a book from World of Books. It's one of those cheap bargain books. And then she got it herself, and then she's been doing some wonderful knitting out of there. I've got 2 more books. Oh, it's your son's birthday today as well. Popular day. Happy birthday to your son, Heather. So I've got 2 more books coming. 2 books happened to fall into the cart when I was looking on World of Books the other day. Sarah's adapting the dolls, as there isn't a Lionel Richie in here, but she's getting so clever with all her knitting that I don't suppose that will give you any bother much at all. So there we go. So well done you. You were knitting a fancy doll pattern, and all I was knitting was little stockings. They were very quick to make these, though. Very quick indeed. There we go. Linda's saying that she had 3 children under 6. Hang on. And never had a child-free day. Well, I tell you what, my husband and I, we didn't get away for a break, child-free, until for about 9 years. I think Toby was 9 when we got a break, and the only reason we got a break then was my husband was on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and my mum and dad suggested that we went away for a weekend and they would have the children. So that's what happened there. Otherwise, and then of course, again, shenanigans even on going away for a weekend way back then, because the day we were going away, it was like Friday, we were just going for the weekend, and the day we were going away, it was hi Diane, it was torrential rain, and thank you Richard, I'll have a look at that. So it was torrential rain, and the drains had got, the guttering had got blocked. So before we could go, my husband had to get up the ladder and sort the guttering out. So there we are, that's finished. He sorted the guttering out, got soaked doing it. Right, off we go on our way. But even that wasn't just simple, because shenanigans again, and at least we can have a laugh about it, because the fan belt on our car went. Now, I had heard that if you can use stockings, and I don't mean Christmas stockings, you can use stockings to make a temporary fan belt. Well, I wasn't wearing stockings, I was wearing tights, but I gave up my tights to see if it would work, and I have to say, it doesn't work. There's too much stretch in tights, so I gave up my tights, and still the car didn't work. So we had to call out the AA or whoever it was, whatever, and we had to get emergency services. Hang on, let's see. I can't see what the comments are there. Hang on. No, Ruby doesn't want to knit. She's not keen to knit, Ruby isn't, but never mind, she doesn't have to. No, people don't have to. Anyway, yes, so we had, we were sitting by the side of the road in the don't forget, it was torrential rain, so my husband had tried to do the fan belt in the torrential rain. Anyway, we weren't going very far. We were going from West London to Surrey, a hotel in Surrey. Yes, silk stockings, so I understand, Yvonne, and I didn't have silk stockings, so I lost my tights for no good reason. At least it wasn't my knickers I had. Who's saying that? Oh, Maria, how did knickers get into the conversation again tonight? Crystal's had a lovely day and must go out more. It's done you a power of good. Excellent. Well, anyway, when we went out on this date weekend, my husband and I, we finally got to the hotel, and we were just in time. We checked in and they said, quick, the restaurant's just about to close. So we had to run through to get our evening meal. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. The times I've done mad things, But Sarah's knitted the beard from Abraham Lincoln, the moustache from Albert Einstein, and the hair from Muhammad Ali to get Lionel Richie. Oh, so Lionel Richie's a crazy mixed up fella, obviously. Oh dear, never mind, that's really good, Sarah. That's what I do sometimes if I need to adapt to a pattern, take a bit from here and a bit from there and just do whatever you can. So there we go, that's good. Right, so jolly good. Lots of hearts coming in there. I don't know who's sending them, but it's lovely to have lots of hearts there. Thank you. So yes, that's great. So we're looking forward to seeing your Lionel Richie. Crystal's saying that Tesco's do those crisps. I think she means the sausage roll type crisps that lots of you were after. So obviously have you been to Crystal? Crystal, have you been to Tess? I take it you've been to Tesco's today, have you? So there we go. So I didn't do any gardening today. My brother popped in today. My sister-in-law sent me a message. She wanted to borrow some of my circular knit. I've got circular knitting needles. I've never used them, but I've got some in the drawer. So she just needed some to finish the edging of a blanket or something. So when my brother came, I gave him those. Then he was doing something, and then as he good positivity. Then he was just going, and I said, "Have you got the needles?" He said, "Oh no, I put them down." So I had to run back up the stairs and get them because. Sorry, I just got a message coming in there. Let's just shut the message down for a minute. A previous time he'd come here and he'd put his phone down and then went out without his phone and had to come back to get his phone. So, there we go. Kaylee's finished a couple of Christmas knits today, and I'm working on a Christmas jumper for your youngest now. Oh, that's lovely. So there we go. And Yvonne's done 3 robins for the smoothie hats for Age UK. So that's lovely as well. So everybody keeping quite busy by the sounds of it. I didn't do any gardening today. I just didn't want to. I wanted to stay indoors today. Yes, so Ruby's not been very well, have you, Ruby? I think Ruby's in the broadcast. She's not been very well. She says she's been a bit poorly. So do send some good vibes to her. And I'm going to have a drink. And then I'm going to... let's have a look. So... I'm probably not going to stay on late tonight. I'm a bit tired. So I'm going to read Butterfly Whispers now, and we'll have a bit more chat, and then I might do an early bath. Is that what they say? Early bath. No, I can't have a bath because I've got no hot water. I didn't mean that. You know, isn't that what they say when they finish the football early or something? They have an early bath. Right, she had stomach bug 2 days now. Oh, that's not nice. No, sorry. And Tegan's busy making some paper craft, doing some paper craft for me. Thank you. Oh, Crystal, no, you obviously missed my announcement. They are coming. They say they're coming on Thursday between 8 and 12. If they're not, the GoLiveGranny community will all be given the phone number to ring on Thursday afternoon. Okay, so there we go. Because it's not amusing. It's very bad. I am sure, you know. Well, I don't know. I think it's disgraceful. But there you go. Anyway, let's go on to hi Patricia. Let's go on to Butterfly Whispers because that's more positive, isn't it? We are never given a wish without being given the power to make it happen. I love this quote. It makes me feel better about adversity to know I've only been given it because I am strong enough to cope with it. So instead of thinking it's just one thing after another, nothing's going right for me, I think I wouldn't have been given this if I wasn't strong enough to cope. So in fact, it's a compliment. The more adversity I face, the stronger I must be. This is a lot easier to cope with. So if we are given the opportunity to wish for something, we must believe we have the power to turn that wish into a reality. So there we go. Jolly good. Let's have a look. What else is coming in? So Bill and you both had it. Hope you'll be. Do you know? I didn't. Well, I had a little bit of a funny tummy, but it didn't really amount to anything. So I wouldn't really say I had much of a bug. I don't know. Maybe I had a very mild bit of bug. There we go. But it only lasted an hour or so with me, so I was fine. So Linda's on her own with a cheeky puppy. Night, Caroline. She's going to bed early. Okie dokie. So there we go. So how is the puppy doing, Ruby? So Ruby has a cheeky puppy there that she's training. So hopefully it will be being trained. He's lovely, but a pickle. There we go. What sort of pickle? A gherkin or a pickled onion? No, you're not. Sorry, I didn't see. Sorry, Linda, I don't know what I'm not referred to. I've lost the thread here now. No, sorry, I've lost. Right. Good. Yes. Oh, you will. Right. Crystal will ring. So that's it. If my heating doesn't happen. She's a bit naughty, is she? Oh dear, what's she done that's naughty? Naughty puppy there. So, righty-ho, bet you wouldn't swap her football in China. Right, you said Linda's on her own. Oh, did I? Oh, sorry, I meant Ruby was on her own with a cheeky puppy. Sorry, Linda. Slip of the tongue there. That's hopeless, isn't it? It's weird how we are still getting bugs when we are all distancing. I've had a bad cough since the last week. Did a post-COVID test because I work in a school. Still waiting 5 days later for a result. Oh, great. A bit like my heating. Why not use kettle water for your bath? Well, do you know how long it would take to fill my bath up if I had to boil the kettle, Andrew? I don't think that's a very good idea. I think I'll be there forever. I'm just going to have to keep doing the kettle wash, a strip wash with hot water from the kettle. But I'm not going to try and fill my bath with running backwards. It would be my exercise regime, absolutely, backwards and forwards from the kitchen to the bathroom. But no, thanks for your suggestion. Thanks, but no thanks, Andrew. It's not going to happen. So anyway, she's chewing a lot. So what's she chewing? Is she chewing things up that she shouldn't be chewing up? We once had a dog. I never wanted a dog. I'm not very happy with dogs. And I've told this story before. My mum took a dog in that somebody was getting rid of, but didn't tell me. And I came home, opened the door, and there was this dog growling at me, and it was horrible. She didn't warn me. It was not good. And then it ended up chewing all our clothes. It had to go. It had to go to somebody who was a real dog lover. Immune systems aren't working as much as they should. Ring. Whoops. Ring. I'm up in... Oh, right. Okay. Right. Ring them up. In terms of your results, that's what you had to do. Righty-ho. There we go. Lots of chew toys. They're suggesting you have lots of chew toys, Ruby, for your puppy. So there we go. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't fair on the dog either, I don't think. You know, it was yeah, so anyway, the dog went on to a real dog lover. We tried very hard, but it chewed our clothes. It wasn't trained. Mum took it in, and she was told it was house trained, and it wasn't. And then we were not an animal family really, so I really don't understand why my mum took it in. But there you go. So it ran away. We had to run to to find it in the park, and then we got locked in the park because it was. Fortunately, you could climb over the railings. The railings weren't too high, but we got locked into the park chasing our dog that had run away. So no, the best I could cope with was a goldfish, and even the goldfish jumped out of the tank onto the side. So I would suffice it to say, these are the best animal, these are the best animals that I can cope with, the stuffed ones. Hello, Carol. Still wrapped up, you see. What's the news on the heating? The news on the heating is that they are coming. They say they're coming on Thursday between 8 and 12. If they're not here by 12, Carol, I'm going to put the phone number up on my page, and you can all start ringing up and saying, where are you, Lynn? The GoLiveGranny is cold and she wants some heating. So there we are. I'm going to stick to the knitted animals. Yeah, it's certainly best for me, Richard. I think I can train the knitted ones much better. So there we go. I'm not going to go down the route. I'm not an animal lover, and I've got far too much to do to be. I don't knock other people having animals. I just don't want animals myself, and I don't want. Yeah, Noah's Ark, absolutely. And I don't want people suggesting that I must have animals, because no, I mustn't. It's just a personal thing. I don't want animals, but I do appreciate that other people love them. But I just love my independence, my total independence, not having to look after even anything, not even a pet goldfish. There you are. You had a pet goldfish from the fun fair. Lasted for 5 years. You're lucky, because some of them died on the way home from the fun fair, because that was, not a bit cruel carrying goldfish around in a plastic bag on the way home, wasn't it? So there we go. When you were young, wait a minute, hang on. What did you do? You fed it curry powder, not realising it was... Oh, no. Not realising it was only to eat fish food, and it sadly died. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, should I? I'm a plant lady. I am a plant lady, that's right. I love my plants. I love my knitting. I'm just not an animal person. And so that's how it is. We didn't much have animals. We did have goldfish, and we did have hamsters, but even the hamsters I didn't like picking up. So there we go. Just had certain news. Your pastor friend Brian in Blackpool passed away. Right, okie dokie. Sorry about that. Send some good vibes to Carol for that, because now wait a minute. She's only a baby. Has she stopped crying at night? It could be her teeth coming through. Right, okie dokie. There's a bit of animal advice being given out there. Let's see. Your sister won 2 goldfish when she was young, and she kept them for years and years. They were massive. Wow. I could knit some plants. I will. I've got a tree. I've got a knitted tree. I don't know where. Oh, yeah. Andrew, I don't think you were watching the live streams when I knitted a tree. This is an apple tree. I could knit myself a fish. I've got a fish. Look, I've got a fish. Whoops, I got a fish. This I knitted for National Fish and Chip Day last year. And it was on a plate with some knitted chips. And this I did when we started our themes earlier in the summer. We were on nature, weren't we? And I knitted a tree, and I knitted all sorts of things on nature. 4 weeks, Friday to Christmas, Lynn. Right, okie dokie. That's okay. Are you trying to frighten me? I couldn't knit myself. So yeah, that's funny, Richie, because I didn't see the it'll be Christmas Eve, won't it? It'll be Christmas Eve because it's the 24th, and so it'll be 24th. You love animals, look at them all. I do love animals, but I love knitted animals, stuffed animals. All you need is a chip. I have got some chips around somewhere, Andrew. I remember suggesting you knit a tree for nature. Didn't think you'd actually do it. There you are. Yes, I think that's right. You suggested now, oh, you just need to knit a tree. So funny that, wasn't it? Here's one I made earlier. Dear, oh dear. Hurry up, Christmas. Yvonne wants Christmas here. Do you, Yvonne? Everybody, there's so many people have put their Christmas trees up and all their decorations so far. You know, normally most people wait till December, but of course it's a very unusual year, isn't it? And I think it's giving everybody something nice to do. Hi, Julie, something nice to do. So I must stop at some stage and get some decorations up and I'll put some tinsel up around here and around the place. So I must get organised with getting my decorations out. But hang on. There we go. Oops, hang on. Sorry, I think I've missed some of the comments, but there you go. Right. You being on. Oops, hang on. No countdown for stocking knits. Whoops. It's jumping. Let me go over here. The comments are jumping like mad. It's your auntie's birthday on the 20th of December. Then a few days after it'll be Christmas. You've not got ours yet, though. You do ours on the 15th. Right, okay. Let's go back here because I can't see. Right. Okay. No countdown for stocking knits. Friday is the 25th this year. Right, okay. You were at a home exhibition once and there was a full knitted shed and allotment. It was amazing. There's so many wonderful things. You can't put your decorations up until after the 30th when all the builders have done the work. Oh, yes, because they'd only manage to knock it down or they'd get all dirty, wouldn't they, if they're making lots of dust. So that's not a good idea, is it? So... you put up 2 Christmas trees outside the house. Looks very pretty. I'll post pictures later waiting for your new Christmas tree to arrive for the house. Christmas Day's on a Friday, you meant. Right, okay. That's it. Thank you. And Yvonne's goes up on the 1st of December. So Yvonne's going to put her tree up on the 1st. I'll see when I put mine up because at the moment, this week I'm very busy with knitting. I'm knitting stuff to go on the shelf in the shop, the one where we're putting the fundraising, where I'm putting the fundraising stuff in the craft shop where I've rented a shelf. And Helen wants all the stuff in by Saturday. So I said, well, I'll come on Saturday then because I'm still making bits for that. We've got lots of the bits that some of you knitted earlier in the year or this time last year. So some of those bits are going to go in the shop. I might have to ask some of you for guidance on prices, because I'm not very good at pricing some of this stuff up. So I might ask you, Right, okie dokie. So, anyway, I have a tree on my desk. I have a fish on my desk. Oh my goodness, what else have I got? I haven't forgotten about the hickory dickory dock. The clock's still here, but this This week I have to do stuff for going in the shop. Then when the stuff's gone in the shop, at the weekend I shall be doing the little dolls. So don't forget those little dolls for the dementia that I mentioned. Oh, I've got something else to tell you. Oh dear, I better bring up, I've got an email. I had a friend who messaged me. She rang me up today, and I must tell you, she wanted me to share something. Let's see, what time did she ring me? I've got to see if I can find her. Oh, she must have rung me earlier in the day than that. Oh, here we are. Now, so anybody putting lights up and things. So this is in regardance. Right. So let me find the name of the charity. The National Grief Awareness charity, and it says. Right, I'm going to read it, and she's to do with this charity, and it says, huge thanks to all of you who have already arranged for local buildings to light in yellow on the final day of our National Grief Awareness Week campaign. So that is, I think, the date they're looking at for you to light your buildings all yellow is, hang on a minute, it doesn't tell me. I think it's the 8th. Wait a minute, let's go back. I'm sure it's the 8th. I'm sure she told me it was the 8th. Oh dear, I can't see it in this chat here. I'll have to find it and let you know. But it's so this is I'll read up more about the charity and let you know tomorrow night more about it. But it's a grief awareness charity. So that's for people who are supporting people who've lost loved ones, and it's the goodgrieftrust.org. So I haven't come with very much information. I apologise for that. So hello, Margaret. Nice to see you in the broadcast. So what I will do is I will look that up, because they are looking for people to put yellow on their buildings. And there's all sorts of things there. I will look it up and I will let you know more about it, because I've come with very little information tonight. So I'll look the information up. And come with more information. Andrew was at an exhibition once in Glasgow, and they had a local knitting group that made a full-size a full-size shed in knitting with other stuff inside the shed, also an allotment full of vegetables. It's amazing what people will knit. There are so many wonderful patterns out there, and of course some people make their own patterns up as well. It is amazing. I love to see it. It's fantastic as to what people can do. And it's so therapeutic. On Sunday the 6th is St. Nicholas's Day, when you will be putting up your tree, Richard. Right, okay. What happened to the book you're writing? Oh, it sort of got lost in the... I will try and... Perhaps when it quietens down, when all the Christmas knitting quietens down, maybe that's when I'll do it. Of course, because I was supposed to do it when I went to my son's, and I didn't know my family were going to come unexpectedly, and that took away that's when I was going to do it, when they were all there. So there we are. And Andrew's saying they've got a brand new Christmas penguin trail. Sounds interesting. And there we go. So let's have a look. Dean saying it's taken them since the end of June to finally start. Oh, well. Oh, so there's hope for me and my heating yet, if it's only taken you from June for that one. So that's not good. Lots of hearts coming in there. Some light bulbs there, light bulb moment. Are they yellow light bulbs that you're putting there, Tegan, so that they can light up for the grief awareness? But I think is Sunday. No, I don't know. I don't know what day it is. I'll check it out. Sorry, I've come with a half-baked idea, and I'm not enough information to tell you. It was a bit silly, wasn't it? Never mind. Not to worry. I shall do it tomorrow. Anyway, I hope we can put our decoration up within the next few weeks. You're super excited. Lovely. I'm going to finish now, folks, because I am going to wind up and go and go and get into bed, and I might watch something before I tuck down, but don't want to be thawing you out. Lynn, Thursday is the day. Absolutely, yes, that's right. Dean definitely wants to make some larger Christmas items next year, like the huge nutcrackers and the crochet gingerbread house you've seen. No idea where I put them. No, that's the problem, isn't it? If you make all these great big things, at least a lot of the knitted stuff that I've been doing is now gone. You know, the nativity set's gone. Some of the Christmas toys are gone. I meant to give my brother these things up here. The ones that are the chocolate orange covers. They were supposed to go with him today, but I forgot to tell him he was taking them, and I forgot to get them ready. And so, yes, if anyone's dressing up for Christmas jumper day, please send Andrew a photo. Christmas jumper day for Wessex Cancer Trust is the 2nd. I think the 2nd. I will double check that and let you know. Night, night, Tegan. It's not quite Tegan o'clock. You're a bit early, but there you go. Don't forget St Mary's on the island. They want twiddle muffs made for the dementia patients. They do indeed. Christmas Jumper Day Carol the 2nd, I believe, for Wessex Cancer here on the island. And Kath needs a reminder about her picture of her Christmas jumper. I don't wear jumpers. I'll have to blitz. I have got a Christmas jumper, actually. I bought one last year. But it does, I was going to say it makes me hot, but at the moment, maybe it'll be a good idea to put it on while I've got no heating. When I've got heating, I don't wear jumpers because I just get too hot. Anyway, night, night, everybody. Stay safe. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for anybody who shared the broadcast. Thanks for all those commenting. And as I say, stay safe. If you're this side of the world, have a good night's sleep. If you're the other side of the world, enjoy your day. And I will look forward to seeing all of you in about 23 hours' time. Night, night, everybody. Take care.